waiting for the snap, the put down, the kick is up, and it is good! It is good! The Bills have won it in overtime!
Most of what I know professionally about broadcasting, I learned from Van Miller, quite frankly, and there was no classroom setting. I mean, I learned just from observing and watching and seeing how he worked.
The Bills and the Oilers ready to get it on in an AFC wild card game.
The legend's dead. I mean, that really stinks.
Back to throw, he looks, he throws, touchdown! Andre Reed for the touchdown! The Bills have scored! It is bedlam! It is pandemonium! It is fandemonium! It is fantastic!
That voice, some sad news tonight. The legendary voice of the Buffalo Bills, Van Miller, has passed away. Miller died yesterday at the age of 87. Van started calling Bills play-by-play games during the team's inaugural season in 1960. He would serve in that role until 1970 and then began a second run as voice of the Bills from 1978 to 2003. Miller called some of the most memorable Bills games, including both AFL championship games, the biggest comeback in NFL history, along with 4 Super Bowl years in the 1990s.
He looks, he throws, touchdown! Andre Reed for the touchdown! Bills can win it here. Wright puts it down. The kick is on the way, and it is good! And the Bills have won it! The Bills have won it!
If listening to Van Miller didn't make you a Bills fan, you weren't meant to be one.
The Bills have scored! It is bedlam! It is pandemonium! It is fandemonium! It is fantastic!
His iconic calls reaching so many Western New Yorkers as they kept up with their favorite team. For many, it was the voice of Miller they heard Sunday afternoons, delivering the good
A comeback by the Bills!
and sometimes bad news about the team. A young Van Miller from Dunkirk got his feet wet in broadcast in the late 40s at Dunkirk radio station WFCB. In his hometown, he would call high school football games. In the 50s, Miller had a brief stint with the United States Army, but was released due to pre-service injury. Soon after, he met late Buffalo Bills owner Ralph Wilson Jr., and it didn't take long for Miller's voice to be recognized by thousands.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Van Miller in Orchard Park, New York.
As the Bills made history, so did Van Miller.
I came up with a couple of words, fandemonium.
It is fandemonium!
Fasten your seatbelts. Fasten your seatbelts. It's playoff time. The Bills and the Oilers ready to get it on in an AFC wild card game.
Broadcasting 2 AFL championship games.
Road is back to pass, the swing pass, and boy, oh boy, the man was hit hard.
Traveling with the Bills to 4 AFC title games.
Goal at the 13. Dropping back, he drops the ball, picks it up, rolls to the right, still on his feet. Now throws, it's good to Lofton. He runs in for the score. James Lofton, what a play.
And of course, 4 Super Bowls. Miller called his last game at Ralph Wilson Stadium in 2003 after an unforgettable career in the booth. But honors and awards for his work were just beginning. A year after retirement, Miller was honored by the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio for exceptional contributions to radio and television in pro football. For that, he was presented the Pete Rozelle Award. In fact, Miller's footprint in Canton grows larger. According to the Hall of Fame, the headset he used for his last game calling the Bills versus the Patriots, as well as his spotter boards, were donated to the Hall and are part of its growing history.
It is bedlam. It is pandemonium. It is fandemonium. It is fantastic. And the Bills have won it. The Bills have won it. Incredible. What a comeback by the Bills.
And in Orchard Park at Ralph Wilson Stadium, the home of the Buffalo Bills, the spot where Miller never quite left. His name added to the Wall of Fame in October of 2014.
Second and goal at the 13. Dropping back, he drops the ball, picks it up, rolls to the right, still on his feet. Now throws, it's good to Lofton. He runs in for the score. James Lofton, what a play. The Bills are in the Super Bowl for the first time in their history. It took 25 years to get there, and they did it in championship championship style.